What's up, everyone? Today we're diving into something that honestly keeps me up at night. Brand new 2025 and 2026 vehicles are failing at rates we haven't seen in decades. I'm talking cars with under 10,000 miles needing complete engine replacements, transmissions dying before the first oil change, and luxury SUVs that cost more than a house catching fire in driveways. This isn't normal wear and tear. This is a complete breakdown of quality control across the entire automotive industry. We've got Consumer Reports data, real owner horror stories, and some truly shocking examples that'll make you think twice before signing that loan paperwork. Let's get into it. All right, so first up, we need to talk about what Consumer Reports just dropped in December 2025. They surveyed over 380,000 vehicles, and the results are absolutely brutal. The least reliable car you can buy right now, the Cadillac Lyriq. This thing scored a 53 out of 100 on predicted reliability. For context, that's the lowest score Consumer Reports has given to any vehicle this year. We're talking about a $75,000 electric luxury SUV from General Motors that's failing at almost every level. Owners are reporting electrical system failures, the integrated charging control unit just stops working while they're driving on the highway, and suddenly they go from cruising at 70 miles per hour to having zero power. That's not just inconvenient, that's genuinely dangerous. And Cadillac isn't alone here. The Genesis GV60 scored a 21. 21! The Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid got a 27. These are premium vehicles with premium price tags, and they're falling apart faster than a 10-year-old beater. But here's where it gets really personal. Owners of the 2025 Genesis GV60 are reporting some seriously scary problems. These beautiful, sleek, modern, all-electric SUVs are having rear drive shafts snap while people are driving down the highway, just completely fracturing because of improper heat treatment during manufacturing. Genesis had to issue a recall because the part was literally made wrong at the factory. This isn't some random defect. This is a manufacturing failure on a brand new luxury EV. And when owners try to get answers from Genesis, they're basically getting the runaround. No loaner car that's even close to what they paid for, no clear timeline for the fix, just sitting in a service bay for weeks while they're still making $900 monthly payments on a car they can't even drive. And it's not just isolated incidents, the stories are piling up. There are owners of the 2025 Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid who drove their brand new SUV off the lot, and within 2 days, it wouldn't charge. Then at 4 months, it started leaking fluid everywhere. By 5 months, the transmission was completely dead, and Mazda was telling them the replacement part was backordered until April. Some of these vehicles have been classified as lemons, but the manufacturers won't buy them back for what the owners paid. So now they're underwater on a car they can't even drive, still making payments on something that's sitting in a service bay gathering dust. And the Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid situation is way bigger than just a few unlucky buyers. Mazda issued 11 recalls on this vehicle between June 2023 and September 2025. 11 recalls in 2 years. We're talking fuel gauge failures where you have no idea you're about to run out of gas, electrical system failures that kill the battery temperature management, and engines that just refuse to restart after you turn them off. Consumer Reports gave this thing a predicted reliability score of 20. 20 out of 100. That's catastrophic. And here's the kicker. The regular gas-powered CX-90 scored a 33, which is still below average but way better than the plug-in hybrid. So what does that tell us? The hybrid and electric powertrains are the problem. Automakers are rushing these vehicles to market to meet emission standards and government mandates, but they haven't figured out how to make them reliable. Let me tell you about what's happening at service departments across the country. Mechanics are seeing rows and rows of crated engines. These aren't old engines being rebuilt. These are brand new engines that failed and had to be replaced under warranty. Hyundai and Kia dealerships in particular are overwhelmed with these warranty replacements, which honestly is not surprising at all. Hyundai and Kia have been dealing with engine failure recalls for years now. Theta engines catching fire, Smart Stream engines seizing up, and now their plug-in hybrids are having the same electrical issues we just talked about with Mazda. The Kia EV9, which is their big 3-row electric SUV, had a massive connectivity outage in February 2025. Owners couldn't remote start their cars, couldn't precondition the cabin in freezing Michigan weather, and the navigation system completely died. Couldn't find charging stations, couldn't route around traffic, just dead. And this lasted for days. Kia's customer service was basically non-existent. People were stranded, furious, and Kia just shrugged. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Okay, but those are Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, Mazda. What about the premium brands? What about the trucks Americans actually want? Well, buckle up, because it gets so much worse. GM's full-size SUVs and trucks are imploding. I'm talking Escalade, Yukon, Suburban, Silverado, Sierra. These are six-figure vehicles in some trims, and they're being towed off driveways with catastrophic engine failures. There are owners who had a 2021 Tahoe die on them, so they went out and bought a 2024 Escalade thinking it would be better. Same thing happened. It took them two separate $80,000 to $100,000 purchases to realize maybe they should stop giving GM their money. 2 times. And GM knows about this. They're not hiding it. They took a $1.6 billion hit in 2025 related to their EV and hybrid pivot. Ford? Even worse. Ford announced a $19.5 billion write-down in December 2025 because they're pulling back from electric vehicles entirely. They killed the F-150 Lightning, scrapped plans for an electric commercial van and full-size truck, and they're converting EV battery plants to make stationary energy storage instead. Translation, Ford looked at the market and said, "We can't make electric vehicles that don't break, so we're out." And it's not just American brands. Let me talk about luxury for a second. BMW X3 owners are reporting spending $22,500 on repairs in under 2 years. $22,500 on a car that's supposed to be premium engineering, on a car you buy specifically because you think German luxury means reliability. It doesn't. Not anymore. And Audi? Same story. Brand new Audi Q6, 70 grand. And there's a blank switch panel on the driver's door because Audi was too cheap to design a different trim piece for the driver's side versus the passenger side. On a $70,000 car, you get a big, ugly, blank piece of plastic that serves zero function. It's just there because they cut corners. And the whole interior is covered in capacitive touch buttons that don't work half the time, are impossible to use while driving, and feel cheaper than a $20,000 economy car from 10 years ago. But you know what really gets me? The subscription fees. We've reached a point where you can buy a $60,000 SUV, and the heated seats that are physically installed in the car, the remote start feature that's already programmed into the software, all of that is locked behind a monthly paywall. BMW tried to charge $18 a month for heated seats. Toyota charges $8 a month for remote start after your trial period ends. And here's the thing. Remote start on a key fob is just a radio signal between the fob and the car. It doesn't require a cellular connection. It doesn't require server maintenance. It doesn't require updates. But Toyota still locks it behind an app subscription. Tesla charges $200 a month for full self-driving, which isn't actually full self-driving and has been coming soon for like 8 years. GM announced they want to launch 50 new subscription services by 2026. 50! That means more features you already paid for when you bought the car will require ongoing payments just to use. And some of these aren't even luxury features. We're talking safety systems like automatic collision notification that calls for help if you crash. If you don't pay the subscription, that feature turns off. You could be in a serious accident, unconscious, and your car won't call for help because you canceled your $15 a month subscription. New York lawmakers are actually trying to ban this. Senator James Skoufis sponsored a bill to stop automakers from charging subscription fees for features that are physically built into the car. And when he was asked if this is just corporate greed, nickel and diamond customers, his response was, "It is. There's no question." And he's right. This isn't about giving customers flexibility. This is about squeezing every possible dollar out of people who already spent $40,000, $60,000, $80,000 on a vehicle. And the dealerships defend it by saying it gives customers choice. But here's the thing. Customers don't want the choice to pay monthly for something that used to be included. They want to own what they bought. Now let's talk about what this means if you're actually shopping for a car right now, because the advice has completely changed. Consumer Reports is very clear. Do not buy a first-year redesigned model. Do not buy brand new technology. Wait 2 or 3 years for the automakers to work out the bugs. And they're right. Look at the data. The 2025 Toyota Camry, which was redesigned for that model year, had below-average reliability when it first came out. Now, in 2026, it's improved to a 74 out of 100, which ties it with the Honda Accord for second best in the mid-size sedan category. And if you're shopping for a car right now, what are you looking at? Are you going new, used, EV, gas? I want to hear from you. And if this video helped you understand just how broken the car market is right now, hit that subscribe button. I make videos like this breaking down the automotive industry with actual data, real owner stories, and none of the corporate PR nonsense. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.